Peace, peace, good people. Baldhead Haverford here, and welcome to my channel. If you're new to the channel, I hope that you do choose to subscribe and stay. And if you are returning, hello, thank you so much. I appreciate each and every last one of you, okay? So coming on to do you guys a reading, okay? And in the process of doing this reading, I will also be speaking about, drops and ashes, speaking about some of the things that you all can do to tap your magic, to tap your power. Now, I'm going to tell you something. This reading is for the women. Now, fellas, if you want to stay just to gain some type of clarity and understanding and understanding and overstanding about the divine feminine, you're most definitely welcome to stay. But I will say that this is not speaking on the divine masculine at all. Okay, I am focusing on the women, the ladies, the divine frequency of the female. Okay, so I'll be doing a reading. I'm going to be talking about a few books that you ladies can get. I'm going to do a special reading with a special deck of cards. May speak about a few crystals. I'm just going to touch on some things that could be helpful to the woman, especially with this weekend being Mother's Day weekend. Whether you are a mother or not, you are a woman, and you were born into this realm with eggs to create a child if you wanted to. Okay, so nevertheless, whether you have physical children, whether you've had to bury your children, whether you had a miscarriage and lost your babies, maybe you had to abort for whatever reason, it doesn't matter. This energy is still for you because you are still a woman. And you are still a mother. And you may just be mothering somebody else's children. You may have a dog and you may mother your dog. However you fit into the motheringness, this is going to be for you, okay? So before I get started, I do want to go ahead and welcome in the sweet spirit of love, light, life, harmony and balance, wholesomeness, wellness, insight, hindsight, and foresight. For the divine feminine that will soon be here to view this reading. Ashe. Ashe. Okay. So I feel like that I'm speaking to a specific group of women. Okay. All women are going to benefit from what I'm about to say. But I know that I'm speaking to a particular group of women for sure. Who are those women? Those of you who don't quite believe that you got the power. You don't quite want to really grasp that you are divine. You don't really know who you are and what you hold because you may be a part of systems and a part of narratives and a part of agendas unbeknownst to you that are keeping you from that information, okay? It doesn't benefit them to promote, support, and teach you about you. Because once a woman wakes up, once a woman taps in, tunes in, turns on, and gets in formation, so she can get in formation, then she's called a witch, right? So you see where I'm going with that? So you may be a part of congregations that don't teach about the passionate, powerful magic of a woman. So we're gonna talk about it today, okay? And I'm gonna put you up on some things that you can do, okay? So let's find out, what's holding you back. Now, I personally feel like it's because you are a part of, you are either under the thumb of very, very patriarchy type systems, okay? You may work at a job where you're always, having to do what a man tells you to do. Your husband, your boyfriend, your brothers, your fathers, your uncles, your granddads, brothers, if I didn't mention, they could be very demanding, very masculine, very mannish. So you tend to cower down or turn down your femininity, to not seem rebellious or to seem disobedient, to not seem submissive, So I think I'm talking to women who may be subservient. Okay, and subserviency is equivalent to slavery. So I wanna help you bust out because I know that I'm talking to women who want to come out of that. That's why you're here. You would not have tapped on the reading if you were not interested, even just a little bit, about learning how to tap that power within, which is one of the books I want to talk about. I don't have it here, but I can speak on it very, very quickly. And you can go get it for yourself and see why I'm mentioning it. Alanya Van Zant, Tapping the Power Within. That was the very first book I read. When I said yes to this journey, that was the very first book that was given to me. Okay? And it changed my life. And from there, read it and see where it leads you. Okay? Again, I don't have it here, but you can easily Google it. Okay? We know she's a celebrity in her own right, so it's not going to be hard to find it. Okay? Sweet Spirit, show me easily and effortlessly the information that you want to share with the Divine Feminine that will be here tonight. Whenever they find it, whether they come 3 hours after I upload this or 3 years, give me information that is resourceful to the Divine Feminine. That feels good. That feels good. Look at that. I knew it felt good for a reason. The Fool. It's time to start a new journey. Now, let me tell you something. When you are starting a new journey, one thing that you have to have is faith that your ancestors, your guides, your deities, your angels, whatever you work with, whoever you work with, if you don't work with nobody, then maybe you just believe that there's a higher you in the ethers. Whatever you believe in, you got to know that they're going to walk with you, hand and foot, down this new path. A lot of times that's what trips people up, because they'll know that they need to start a new journey, but they're looking around and there's no physical person that can go with them. Because see, new journeys are an individual process. You can't take nobody with you. Your husband can't go. Your kids can't go. I'm not saying that you got to leave them. I'm saying from a spiritual standpoint, they may not be on that level. It may not be their time. It may not be for them. But you've got to call it. You've been having the dreams. You've been feeling funny. So it's your time. Okay? So I tell people, now of course there are some crystals that are being named on here, but that's not the crystals that I would suggest to a woman who is trying to tap her inner goddess. I would tell her to work with amethyst. I would tell her to work with the lapis lazuli, and I would tell her to work with the moonstone. Okay, because those are going to be the 3 crystals that are going to get you. If you use them right, if you do your research on them and you learn what they stand for, you'll see why I'm telling you to get those 3: moonstone, lapis lazuli, amethyst. Okay? I'm trying to see if I have any of those over here. I don't have everything but that. But I do have one amethyst. Okay? The purple. Most people know it because it's purple. Okay? Do I have a lapis lazuli? Sodalite, but no lapis. But these are all stones that you can look up. Okay? Google is your friend if you use it the way it needs to be used. Okay? But let's keep going. I know I've spent a few minutes speaking on this, but this is I'm very honored that this card came out, because it just shows that I know and I knew that I was speaking to a collective of women who are trying to invoke a new version of themselves. You may have simply said lately that you want to reinvent yourself, and you may not know where that thought come from. You may have thought that it came from, maybe you were inspired, you saw somebody with a new look, you was looking through a magazine, or a coworker came in with a new style. You may have thought that that thought came from some inspiration outside of you. No. That was that new path. Understand that you are fully guided, fully protected, and fully assisted once you get onto this new journey. There's a calling, and you know it. You know it. So just go on. Go on and go. Go on and go. Now, let me say something else, too. And let me go ahead and forewarn y'all. This is not going to be one of them 25, 30-minute readings. I may be here for an hour. So get your smokes. Get you something to drink. Get you some snacks. Get your pillow. Get comfortable. Watch the entirety of this vid, okay? It was something I was about to say. Can't remember. I've lost it, but it'll come back, okay? Show me more and show me clearly, sweet spirit. This journey that these souls that are inside this vessel wanting to take. That feels good. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. One of the main things, or one of the first things, main and first things that you are going to encounter going on to this new journey is you're going to have to learn to love again. Because if you're here, I can guarantee you, you've lost some level of love. You've lost some, something has splintered your heart space. Disappointment, guilt, shame, regret, anxiety, depression, all of that eats on your heart space. It causes that heart chakra to malfunction. And I've said this on multiple occasions in past readings. When that heart space is malfunctioning, you're not speaking your truth because you don't even have access to your throat chakra if your heart chakra ain't right. So I know I'm speaking to women who you probably have a clogged throat chakra. You're not speaking your truth. Or when you do begin to speak your truth, it comes out as loud, cussing, fussing. And all of this could be rightfully so. I'm not saying that loud, fussing, and cussing is wrong. Because listen, when you need to express yourself. But because you're so angry, because there's no healing here, there's no understanding here, there's no connectivity here, because like I said, that heart space is splintered, right? Many times when the heart space is splintered, it's because you've dealt with different things that splintered it, right? It's hardly ever just one thing that causes your heart break, right? It could just be many things. I don't want to get off into all the different things, but I know I'm talking to women who have several different things that have attacked their heart space. So one of the first things that you're going to have to do when you get onto this journey is fix this. That may be a grand portion of the journey. It may take some of y'all a long time before you can move to the next level of the journey. But the first thing is fixing this. It's going to be different ways to fix it for everybody because it depends on what your story is. But I will tell you this. The very first thing to fixing something is accepting that it happened. Acceptance. Now, for some of y'all, just that alone is going to knock it on off your timeline. Because see, some of y'all have been in denial. So you can't accept something that you don't even acknowledge happened. I know it ain't easy. I know it ain't easy because everybody's story is different. But just acknowledging that it happened, acknowledging the hurt, acknowledging the disappointment, acknowledging that it got you fucked up. Get mad. Have an all-out kicking, screaming, cussing, fussing, punching session. Get it out. Who told you got to be strong? Ain't nobody. Listen, I don't do that strong black. I don't do that. I don't never tell nobody to be strong. Because that is what causes people's heart to become calloused. No, we are not supposed to be strong. You are supposed to deal with your shit however you feel like you need to deal with it. And then you can drop it. We hold on to it because we're taught to be strong. Well, hell, if you're going to be strong about something, that means you ain't dealing with it. It's going to turn into cement. And then you got an ice box where your heart used to be. Oh, Marianne, right? Welcome in new love for thyself. Forgive you. This ain't about nobody else. This ain't about the motherfucker that might have did the hurting. This ain't about the experience that caused the hurt. This is about you taking power back from the situation, back from the person, back from the people, back from anybody that took it. How do you do that? Love on you. Love on you, okay? Love on you. Fill your cup back up. Now, I like the fact that this Ace of Cups came out beside the Fool card, because that lets me know that that's going to happen anyway. You're being gifted. You're being given a new cup. Now, how you maintain it is up to you. If you continue to give your new cup to people, now that you're on this new journey, you're going to find yourself depleted again. That's your cup. Feed you from that cup. Feed you. This is for you. This ain't for nobody else, not even your babies. Let me tell you something about them children. They going to get the best of you anyway. If you a real mama, if you a good mama, if you one of them kind of mamas that come hell or high water no matter what, I'm going to always be there for my children. They're going to always get the best of me. Them babies are fine. It's almost like when we're pregnant. The baby is going to get everything it needs from you. You the one going to be drained. That baby gets everything it needs. It'll take it out of every strand of your hair. It'll take it from your teeth. It'll take it from your bones. It'll take it from your toenails. It'll take it from your ears. The baby is going to always get what it needs. It's going to always get the best of you. Then you're left having to replenish. Well, it's the same thing when them babies come on out. And no matter how old they are, how grown they are, it don't matter. You're going to always give your best to your babies. And then you're left having to make sure you fill yourself back up, right? Well, you're being blessed. You're being blessed with a cup of that is running over. Welcome this new love for thyself. And then trust what it's going to bring, okay? Trust what it's going to bring. Okay, let's take that. The Two of Wands. The Two of Wands. Some of you are wanting to, the Knight of Wands. We'll talk about it. Some of you are wanting to, snap over into this new thing, like immediately, impulsively. You're just ready. You are so ready that you may be irritable because you feel this change and you want to say yes to this new journey. You want to just start over. You want to let everything go, mind, body, and soul. You want to hit the reset button. But you don't want to do the work. See, that's the problem. You don't want to do the work. See, because if it really was just to hit the reset button, of course, we'd all just be hitting that motherfucker all the time. I know I would just all day. Okay, start over. But it don't work like that. There's work that got to be done. There's work that's got to be done. Focus on who you want to be at this very moment in your life. Because if the you that you've been being ain't working for you no more, you got to call another version of you to the front. And they're all in there. They're all in there. Now, before I pull another card, that's what I was speaking on earlier when I said you may be a part of systems and doctrines and narratives that don't want you to know that you can tap energies, that you can call upon energies that you resonate with and ask them to lend you strength, right? Okay? The ancestors, gods and goddesses that walked this path before you, okay? Listen, I feel like some of you are going to need that boost. If you're here and you're resonating with this reading, first go ahead and hit that like. But if you're here, you want this, you're ready for this. That's how you found this reading. That's how you found this reading. Now, I'm not pressuring anybody to do anything, and I never do, I never have, and I never will. But I feel like if you're here, I am that gentle nudge I'm your silent supporter way over yonder. Because I'm probably not in the same state as you, probably not even the same city as you. And if I happen to be in your neck of the woods, I'm still not there in your home with you. So I'm your silent, distant supporter. And that's why you're here. Okay? Calm yourself down. Begin to journal. If you're not journaling, if you're not writing the vision and you're not making it plain, you don't know what you want. You got to bring it from your head space down into the physical reality. I know we can sit and toss thoughts around all day, throw them back like Skittles and peanuts. But until you actually bring it from here to paper, pen to paper, from the ethers to the earth, you ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. You gotta be willing to do the work. And that's one of the ways you can do the work. Get it on paper. Start writing down. Start jotting. If you're already doing that, you steps ahead of the game. Okay? Now, the next thing you can do is start to read up on different feminine energies that you resonate with. I'm going to pull a few cards from my African Goddess Oracle deck. This is a really nice deck for those of you who are into oracle cards. Really, really beautiful work. The art on these cards are just amazing. You're going to see as I begin to pull cards for you. But it's just looking at the art on the deck is very inspiring. And the book that comes with the deck teaches you about what each African goddess stood for, what she was, the energy that she may be speaking to you and trying to get you to understand. It just, listen, get the deck. Get the deck so you'll see, okay? Thank you, African Goddess Rising Oracle deck. Show me the goddess that my viewers need to be introduced to at this time. Ashe. There she goes. Well, who is that? Nana Baluku. Seasons. It's a new season. That goes right along with that food card. It's time for a new season. Season. Or seasons. The number one. Starting over. Focusing on you. That's what the number one. That's the power of the number one in numerology. It's about thyself. First person narrative. Let's read the book. Listen. The ancestors are here with me tonight. I am feeling their energy immensely. My guides are right beside, in front, and in the back of me. I can feel them. But see, I have a connection with them. I have a relationship with them. Let's find her. Let's talk about her. Nana Baluku. She was the goddess of seasons. Okay, this is what I'm reading from. Nana Baluku is the most high supreme being, primordial mother, grandmother of all of the Orishas, deities of the Dahomey wise women. She was a herbalist and a healer. You have entered a new cycle that is very old. Listen, new journey, new cycle that is very old. It's new to you. But what did I keep saying? These entities, these energies, these deities, these goddesses have walked this path before you, blazing this trail, so you would have footprints to follow. You have entered a new cycle that is very old. Allow yourself to become present. Your right nowness. Did I just not ask you, who do you want to be today, right now? Because see, the old you she ain't working no more. Trust in divine timing. Don't be in such a hurry. Did I not say that? Before I even pulled this card, I said I knew that I was talking to a collective that wanted right now. You rushing, you impulsive, you trying to make some changes right now. You jumping over processes and progresses that have to be done. Slow down and do the work. There are no shortcuts here. See, you carving out a journey that you're going to be on for a while, because it'll change again. The journeys and the seasons and the chapters, the patterns, the cycles, they keep changing. Because once you get what you need, once you learn what you were supposed to learn from that journey, then it's time for you to level up. That's what evolution is all about. We're here to evolve. That's it. We are walking ourselves back to our God self, back to source. Are you ready for a new beginning? Listen. Because, and I say this on all my readings, I know good and darn well when my guides support, promote, and assist me with my readings. Before Nana Buluku came out, did I not tell you that you on a new journey? So anyway, I ain't tooting my own horn, but I'm trying to tell you, I know who I am, and I know the power that I see. I'm moving in my power, and that's why I know when I'm around women or when I am talking to the collective of women who are not. Happy Mother's Day. Are you ready for a new beginning? You are in or entering a new season that will force you to evolve. This is a time of major transition. You are not stuck. You are holding on to old patterns. Change can be terrifying. Allow yourself to be mentored, okay? When you choose a new path, you are ripe for self-sabotage. A commitment test from the universe may pop up to delay this new pathway. Stay the course. Your time is now. It says your goddess declaration is, I am limitless. Anything I just read right there. Screenshot it if you need to. Thank you, sweet, sweet spirit of Nana Buluku. Do some more research on her, okay? Do some more research on her. Find out what part of Africa. I believe she was, I think it said Benin. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Benin. Benin. Okay. Glad she showed up, though, because she didn't do nothing but confirm what I had already been saying. Okay. Let's keep going. Show me more and show me clearly for the collective that is here watching this reading. Show me more and show me clearly. If you like what what you are hearing and what you've heard so far, hit that like button. Show me more and show me clearly. That feels good. The Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles. I'll go ahead and pull one more. The Nine of Pentacles is about attainment. It's about nurturing yourself in the process of receiving, in the process of attaining, because you're about to get a lot of downloads. You're about to receive a lot of transmissions. You're going through a transformation. Especially those of you who are not resistant to this transformation, you're going to just flow and flow. Even through the fear, you're going to flow because you're receptive, okay? During this new path, excuse me, many of you are going to have to constantly practice the art of allowing, because maybe you've never been through a transformation that you are aware of. Now, we go through transformations all the time, but see, not everybody understands what's happening, right? But you, if you're here, you are aware that you're going through a transformation. You may have even called it in. You may have done something to bring it upon, or it could just be time and you would just catapult it into it, right? Either way, you accepted it, right? So during this time, you're going to receive. You're going to receive, and it's going to come straight down that crown, straight down to that crown. You better keep your mind right. You better keep people out of your head and out of your ears. You better make sure that you do the necessary meditations, the necessary chanting, the necessary hums, the necessary whatever, prayer too, that works too, to make sure you keep a healthy aura around your head space, because that's where your information is going to come through. There's also going to be jolts to your heart space, because some of the information is going to come there too. So yes, you may start to you may feel heavy right here, because this is what's going to be happening. Because you're getting updated. You're getting updated. This ain't rocket science. Now, if you're new to this, it's going to feel like rocket science, but I guarantee you it's not rocket science if you just go with the flow and trust what is happening. Trust the process. Trust your intuition. And when you feel scared, when you feel alone, when you don't know what's going on, ask, and ye shall receive. It'll land you or guide you to a mentor. It may give you some type of download in your dream space. You may just be talking to somebody at random, and they may say something that answers a question or gives you understanding, and they didn't even know that you had this hang up. They were just talking, speaking about something pertaining to them, and in the process of you talking to them, they answered something that you had said out into the ether. See, that's how the universe works. So I said you got to be receptive. You got to be open. Take the time to nurture yourself, okay? Every day, not just Mother's Day weekend, not just your birthday, not just Christmas, not just new. Nurture yourself every day. You need it. And I'm going to tell you something, and you wives may get mad at this, but I don't care. It is not your husband's responsibility to nurture you. It is your responsibility to nurture you. The Five of Wands. It's a lot of fire energy here. I know that I'm speaking to a lot of you who are anxious for this information, so I appreciate it. And even though you're not here yet, it don't matter. It don't matter, because I'm able to tap the collective. Okay, I know where my spirit guides go to get my viewers. Okay, I don't care if it's 16 or 916. My information gets to those who are in need of it. And I welcome you. You are so welcomed here, okay? The Five of Wands lets me know that you are, I think you're battling within yourself. I think there's an old you versus new you little battle going on, okay? Little competition. Because see, the old you wants to survive. The old you ain't finna go lightly. The old you is gonna go down kicking. It wants to survive. It's been here all this time. It's not trying to leave. What? It ain't trying to stop them habits. It ain't trying to break them patterns. It ain't ready to jump off that cycle. So you're having a Five of Wands type of moment. Battling yourself. Mad at yourself because you said you was going to stop smoking. You stopped for a week and went right back to it. Mad at yourself because you said you wasn't messing with him no more. Took 2-3 days off, thought you was done with him. He called you, you was right back. How can I ease the pain when I know you're coming back again? Mr. Wrong, right? All of that, all them old songs. Who was that? Phyllis Hyman. And then Mr. Wrong, Mary J. Blige. So you having this inner battle, inner turmoil. It's okay. It's normal. Don't go too hard on yourself. It's normal. Just remind yourself who you are. I keep saying that because that's going to be the most important part of this journey. Every time you get thrown off, because you will, the journey is not straight and narrow. You're going to have moments where you're tested, and it's Nana Buluku. It said it in that book. But that's just common sense, okay? You're going to get tested. And some of those tests are going to be easy. You're going to pass them with flying colors. And then some of them are going to halt you. And you're going to be like, whoa, motherfucker, whoa. Okay? Yeah. So in the process, when you begin to feel them whoa, motherfucker, whoas, you better know who you are. Or you better be able to reconvene with a higher version of yourself. Now, I love to promote learning the goddesses. Good time to show this book. Two books I'm going to show you. That first one being Tapping the Power Within. I think that's the first one. Before you even tap these two, you need to read that one. But it's up to you, which order you want to go in. I'm just the messenger, okay? But this is a really good book. Really, really, really good book, okay? This book is going to talk to you about some of the more well-known Orishas, okay, and African goddesses, voodoo queens, okay. Now listen, don't get scared of that word. Somebody just jumped, ooh, voodoo, oh no, I don't do that. See, that goes back to what I said earlier, that you're probably a part of systems and programs and narratives and being fed false doctrines about certain things that could actually help you because it's really of you and your ancestors and your deceased loved ones knew all about this, but see, they don't want you to know about it because they know there's power in there. So that's what I mean when I say that. So don't jump because it said voodoo queens. Don't jump. Learn, research, apply what's for you. What don't apply to you, let it fly. Really, really good book. Now, the reason that I showed this one is because there's a lot of energies and archetypes in this book that you're probably going to resonate with, because at the end of the day, what I've noticed, my many years that I started my journey in 2012, okay? What I've learned from 2012 until now is a lot of these energies are interchangeable. So what you see in the Yoruba, which is Ifa, for those of you who are not aware, what you see in the Egyptian Kemetic, what you see in the Celtic, what you see in the Nordic, what all of these energies are interchangeable. And I know somebody might be saying, but those are European, or those are white, or those are Irish, or those are, and these, let me tell you something, energy ain't got no color. Energy ain't got no color. If you keep being boxed in to this 3D division, you're not going to evolve. That's the whole purpose of evolving. You think you always been a black woman? If you've always been a black woman, that's a death sentence. You ain't experienced nothing else. You don't resonate with nothing else. I ain't saying that you've had to go be a white woman. And if you're a white woman that's here, I ain't saying that you've only been black. I'm saying, do you know how many ethnicities, how many other species, how many other different types of beings that might not even be a color? They might be iridescent. They may be clear. All I'm saying is don't knock something until you learn. Come out of this 3D shit. Get out of the box. Get out of the doctrines. Get out of the systems and the programs that were forced on you. Expand your horizon so you can grow, so you can evolve. So again, this is one of those really, 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 really good books. Dear white followers, if you happen to land on this you can get this, but let me tell you something. Be respectful. Be don't colonize this. Okay? And I'm not being funny and I'm not being facetious. I'm not, none of that, because that's not who I am. Okay? I'm way too almighty and way too powerful to operate like that. I'm just telling you that culture appropriation is real. So give honor and reverence and respect to things that are outside of your culture. But you are always welcome to study ours. And if you resonate with one, you'll know when you're welcomed to work with a deity that is a part of a particular race. And that goes for Black people tiptoeing over in Celtic race, tiptoeing over in Nordic, Irish, Roman, Greek, even though a lot of those still began with our people, but there was still a civilization. Okay, so you'll know if you are welcomed to work with their deities and gods and saints and stuff. Okay, so again, a really good book. I'm gonna get back to the reading, but this was a very important part, and it was no better time than to stop and do a book showing, because this Nine of Pentacles came out, which lets me know that you're going to need to know about different energies and how they walked this walk before you while you are attaining different accolades while you're on this journey. It's going to behoove you to get understanding. And how do you get understanding? Well, number one, through meditation and prayer, but number two, with reading about those who walk the path before you. Okay, so the next book that I would recommend is Dark Goddess Magic. Now, this is going to speak more on the darker aspects of the goddess. This ain't light and love. Neither is that one. But this really ain't. This is talking more to the women who are comfortable moving in their dark energy. Okay? If darkness scares you, if you are afraid of your own darkness, if your own dark thoughts, if you're fearful of that, listen, go handle that before you get into this. That's a part of that. That might be a part of that journey that you may have to conquer before you can elevate to this. Okay, right after that heart chakra healing, okay, and calling your power back, then maybe your next level will be getting over fears and becoming fearless. Okay, and withdrawing information that is halting you because it was force-fed to you during a time when you were still ignorant. Okay, so I love this book. It speaks on several of the goddesses that were more witchy-like. Not all of them are African-American. Okay, like we're talking about Hecate. She's in here. It speaks on different invocations, different visualizations, just the path of Hecate, different crystals and colors and things that you can do to embody her energy, protection spells. I mean, all kind of things. The next one will be Kali. Okay, the goddess of chaos and war. She ain't gonna play with you, but she was, if she welcomes you to work with her, she will most definitely protect you. Okay. So a lot of different goddesses in here. I love this book. I've read it from front to back and back to front. Lilith is also in here. So like I said, some of the darker goddesses, okay? The Morrigan. Who else is in here? It's a few that I don't know. Like this one, when I came upon her, I had to go do a little deeper research because I had never heard of her. But just finding out how a lot of the goddesses in other pantheons or in other traditions really are in alignment or are interchangeable with some of the gods and goddesses that are in our own systems and traditions, right? So there's some, like I was saying earlier, they're interchangeable. They're really the same energy. Okay, it's almost like having one energy that can split itself up. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here in the Philippines and I'm gonna be a Philippine goddess, and then I'm gonna go over here to the Americas, I'm gonna be an American goddess, and I'm gonna go over there in Russia and I'm gonna be a Russian goddess. But it's the same energy, just it splinters itself out and bees whatever it needs to be for wherever it goes. Okay, so I like that, I really do. Okay, Bastet is in here. Okay, I'm pretty sure Sekhmet is in here. Pale is in here. I can never pronounce her name ever, but she's a very interesting goddess. So anyway, this is a really good book. Really good book, especially if you are into the dark goddess energy. I am a dark goddess. Okay. Been since a little girl. My mama used to tell me stories of things that I would do, and and it tickles me. I laugh because some of the stuff I remember, some of it I don't. But of course, once I got older, she didn't have to tell me. I remember doing these things, and I remember my thoughts before I did it. Okay, so I've always been very comfortable in my dark self, but I'm also a 10th house Scorpio. So if you know anything about the natal chart, then you know that's your midheaven. Okay, so I am a midheaven Scorpio woman. Okay, Oh, so let's get back to this reading. So I picked up the fact that I may be speaking to a few of you who are battling with your light and your dark self, and I felt like that it was necessary to bring those books in at that moment to help you, to give you some things that you can do, some books that you can read, some understanding. So you may, I feel like you may want to reach out through study and research to these energies. Not reach out like invoking them or calling them in, but just studying them to see if there's one that you resonate with, and then studying how she moved, studying what she stood for, studying what she did, because you ain't always been who you are. Okay, so you might just then forget. If you resonate with a goddess intensely, it's a possibility that you may have been one of the versions of her in a past life. Okay, so that's why it's important to get them books and research, learn. And you know when you've tapped into some knowledge that is for you, because you become so hungry for it that you can't stop. A lot of people went and got it tattooed on them. A lot of people buy books, rearrange their homes, name their cars after. I mean, you become obsessed with it because really what's happening is you're becoming obsessed with you. You have tapped an energy that is so familiar that you can't do nothing but love it, live it, be it, embody it. But in order for you to even get to that point, you got to study them and research them, right? Let's keep going. Show me more and show me clearly. Not to mention that this deck, this African goddess deck, this is another good one. Because I'm sorry, I know I keep cutting the reading, but I just want to give y'all as much material and tools as I can, okay? And the three things that I've shown so far, plus the Tapping the Power Within by Ayanla, I just feel like those are going to be very, very helpful, okay? But this book has a lot of information, okay? It even shows you how to lay a spread for yourself and how to recognize the voice, how to hear the intuition of what each card is telling you and all of that good stuff. But the only reason I'm bringing this back up is because all 44 goddesses that is in this book, it gives you a brief description on them, and it is for you, if you resonate with them, to go off and do more study, more work, get more understanding, okay? If you are still here, thank you. I hope that you have already subscribed and hit that like button. Show me more and show me clearly. So you don't have to. I'm going to keep this one. 9 of Wands. Somebody's excited. This is fiery. This is excitement. I know you enthused. I know you are, because I feel like I'm talking to a collective that's saying, oh, I needed this. This happened right on time. This video, it was meant for me to find this video. Yes, it was. No matter when you find it. Yeah. 9 of Wands. I believe these wands are going to be what strengthens you. Now, a lot of times the 9 of Wands can talk about somebody who's looking at the accumulation of these 9 wands. And they're like, look at everything that I've done to gain these wands. Is it worth it? Do I want to still keep going? It is getting heavy. It is getting a little, not weary, but you know, because you may not always understand what you're seeing, what you're learning, that it can become heavy, right? So that's what it normally means in a reading. But these are giving you strength. It's almost like the wind beneath your wings. You can go to each of those 9 wands and get strength from them. When you begin to feel weak, afraid, weary, lonely, because let me talk about that. Skirt. You're going to get lonely on this path. Not because it ain't people around you, but because, like I said earlier, you're there by yourself. Your mama, your daddy, your sister, your kids, your husband, they couldn't go with you. Many reasons why they couldn't go. As far as, and I'm speaking metaphorically, spiritually. Yes, you're still married. Yes, your kids are still here. Yeah, they're all still physically around you, but they may not be on your level. They didn't get the calling. It ain't they calling. It's your calling. So when you get that calling and you say yes and you go, and it's in the beginning it seems like you're excited because you're so focused on everything, but then you get to a part of the journey where you're like, okay, now wait a minute, I'm just not noticing ain't nobody here with me. It's lonely at the top. But you got friends there. You just got to make them. And how do you make them? You read up on them. And you say, hey, y'all, I'm here. And once you welcome them, you'll never feel lonely again. That's why you gotta get out of fear. You got to get out of fear-based agendas. Ooh, she talking to the dead. Ooh, she work with deities. Ooh, she believe in angels. Ooh, she talking to the ancestors. You got to get out of there. If you bring that onto this path, I can guarantee you, you're not going to make it far. And you're going to have to start all over if you get the chance to start all over. Because, see, if you have to start all over, that means you got to go rinse. You got to go through that rinse cycle because you can't bring that stench of fear onto this new journey. So, I'm just giving you food for thought. I am the bald head hierophant. I am a mentor, and I do it through giving you guys readings. Okay, I don't go deep into readings like this often on YouTube because I really like to save this type of channeling, these type of readings when I do my one-on-ones. I like to keep my YouTube and Instagram readings very basic, very general because number one, they're free. And number two, I don't want to channel all of my energy on a general reading. Now I'm going to always give whatever spirit tells me is on the collective's mind. So I don't come on and just do bullshit readings. But when it comes to deep readings like this, I save those for when you guys want a one-on-one, okay? But every once in a while, I will channel a reading that is deeper than the others. And I'm only being obedient to the information that is being channeled to me. See, I'm just the messenger. I'm just the messenger. Show me more and show me clearly. These 9 wands are also an indication that some of you have very, very powerful hands. You are a healer, and you are supposed to be doing healing hands work, but you scared. I hope you're here. I hope that was a confirmation. If it was you'll know if I'm talking to you, because this is something that you already know. It may be something that ran through your family. This could be in your bloodline. You may be a part of a bloodline of women who were healers with hand. Because see, everybody is not hand healers. Some people are voice healers. Some people are mental healers. And some people are hands-on healers. And I'm speaking to a collective of women who are hands-on. You got healing hands. What's that song? Grandma's hands. Well, you got grandma's hands, but you ain't using them because you scared. Get that together. Show me more and show me clearly. What are we, 53 minutes in? Okay, almost an hour. Almost an hour. I don't want it to be longer than an hour, so I'm going to do a little more. Show me more and show me clearly, sweet spirit. Okay, 5 of Cups. Now, let's talk about that. Because this goes back to the healing that I feel like I knew some of y'all were going to need, because you are dealing with some splintered heart space energy from heartbreaks from your past. Some of y'all are still holding on tight with both hands to situations and experiences and encounters that happened in the past. You are holding you up because you just can't let it go. And I get it. I get that. So I'm not shaming you nor judging you. I get it. Sometimes that hurt and that pain is so deep that you feel like even if you do let it go, it still ain't gonna stop the pain. So you just rather hold on to the whole thing, because at least you got an excuse on why the pain is there. Because if you make up in your mind you're gonna let it go and that shit still hurt, then what you gonna do? So I get it. I get it. You'll move forward when the time is right. All I'm saying is don't let that stop you from moving forward. Don't let this stop you from heading your journey. I'm not here to tell you how to heal. I'm not here to. I can't. I can't. Because everybody's situation is so different. I don't know the intricate details. And even if I did, I still couldn't tell you what to do to heal. Because healing is an individual process. Now I can send you love. I can send you kind words. I can wish you comfort. I could wish you nurturing. I could wish you and send you understanding and overstanding and a speedy recovery. But you will heal bit by bit when the time is right. I believe that's why you were gifted the cup, the Ace of Cups, because I know that I'm speaking to a collective of women who need a boost from the universe. And see, that's what the aces are. The Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. Those are boosts. Those are miracles, in other words. Okay? Those are your God-given miracles because you need help. You're struggling a little bit. You're being given a B12 shot, spiritually speaking, okay? I do want to say this about those of you who are hung up on something from the past. Be still and listen for some instructions. I feel like there's some information that's going to come to you now that you have said yes to the journey. And if you haven't said yes, then say yes, because you're going to get some type of instructions. That's why I said don't have nobody around you that's clogging you up with gossip. Keep your head space clear. Okay? Okay? Hear me. Keep your head space clear from raggedy ass humans. Some of them are sent to keep you deaf, dumb, and blind and distracted. And it'll come by way of them always wanting you to go somewhere that you don't necessarily want to go no more. It'll come by way of them wanting you to do something that you don't necessarily do no more. But you're not strong enough yet to tell them, no, I don't want to do that. Or no, I'm trying to wean myself off of it. So you go. Now you can't get them downloads that you needed. You can't get them instructions that are trying to come in, okay? I'm going to pull one more card. You'll move forward when the time is right, though. Oh, I know what I was about to say. For those of you who are struggling with letting something go from the past, this is something that I do want to tell you that I feel like will help you. Do you know that whatever you are holding on to, two things I'm going to tell you. Whatever you are holding on to is cancerous. For women, when you hold on to hurt, pain, regret, guilt, shame, it turns into fibroids, cysts. It normally affects a woman's breast or a woman's reproductive area. Now, if that don't make you want to run and let shit go, pew, some of you may already be dealing with that. I may just answer an age-old question for you. You might be asking, oh, Lord, why me? How did this happen to me? Because you've been holding on to something so long that it turned into cement, a.k.a. hardened cells. Okay? That's one thing. Now, the next thing is, don't you know the people who have done things to you, moving on with their life, living, cancer-free, fibroid-free, they living life. They don't even know that you still hold on, grip tight to something that they may have done to you. So I'm a firm believer of get your lick back when they do something to you. I don't hold on to stuff. I did. I used to be. And I'm not talking like I'm just this perfect pattern. I've had it all right since day one. Oh, hell no. I've got to where I'm at because I was such a different woman before 2012. I was a different woman before 2012. But what this path has taught me, that you gonna shit or get off the pot. If somebody done crossed you, they did something to you, get them back right then. Because my thing is, if you not finna get them back right then you got to let that shit go. Because it ain't going to do nothing but hurt you. If you feel like you need to go tit for tat, do it when they do it. You do it when they do it. You get your lick back. You address the situation. You do whatever you feel like you need to do right then. Because holding on to it, they still winning. Because now you sick, you depressed, you got anxiety, you stressed out, you hollering and cussing at the kids, you mad, you don't want to talk to men no more, you might done turn gay because you hate all men. Listen, these are the changes that the women go through. I'm just trying to help you and show you that it ain't got to be like that. And with this new you, because see, that old version ain't working no more. Like I'm said in the very beginning, that old you just ain't, it ain't even no more power in her. Lay her to rest. Become new. Become new. Roads have been opened for you to do so. Become new. What's on the bottom of the deck? Look at that. The towel. Now, what did I say earlier? That sometimes some of you said yes to the path. And some people just get catapulted on to the new path. And they wasn't ready. Well, I believe I may be talking to some of y'all that's finna get pushed onto that new path because you need it so bad. And the universe knows that you're scared. So they're just going to push you and guide you all at the same time. They ain't gonna push you and then let you go. They gonna push you and still hold it. You ain't gonna know it. It ain't gonna be a physical hold. It's gonna be a spiritual hold. Whatever you believe in. Many of y'all's deceased loved ones are going to be right there holding you back. I mean, holding your back up, holding you up as you are being throttled out of that tower. Because see, it's gonna fall. Now, for some of y'all, this is going to fall because you are going to say yes to the new journey. So it could be your marriage. It could be a relationship. It could be a job. It could be somebody, anybody. I hate when my lip gloss do that. Sorry about that. It could be somebody, anybody that is mad because you're saying yes to the journey. Because see, when you say yes to the journey, people be knowing. People know when you about to make a change. Because guess what that means for them? They can't run you no more. They can't get over you no more. They can't use you no more. They can't, you ain't finna go out and do that shit with them no more, right? So, it's gonna be a breakup. For sure. For sure. Relationship. Guaranteed. It could already be happening. And it's strictly happening. Because 2 reasons. It's time for you to go. And that person couldn't go with you. The other reason, I should have said 3 reasons. The universe is going to push them people away from you because the universe knows that they are your downfall. And if the universe didn't come, if the universe hadn't came and pushed you out that window, you were never going to make the shift. So sometimes shit happens so that shift can happen. But you're safe. What you going to, let me see the towel. That's the 8 of Swords. I know that some of you are already feeling self-inflicted. That's why you're being pushed out that tower, because whoever you with is not supportive. They probably make you feel bad about yourself. They don't understand this journey. They don't understand the change that you're trying to make, so they definitely can't support you making the change. And they probably don't want to change. They themselves don't want to change. So supporting you, helping you become a better version of you, oh hell no, because that means you might leave me for somebody who's leveled up with you. So no, I ain't finna support you changing. You got to stay down here with me. What you trying to change for? What you evolving for? What that? Well, all that's that witch shit. That's that dog. That's the occult shit. That's that Illuminati shit. That's the kind of talk that they say. They scared. They think you becoming a witch. Let them think that. Some of y'all are. Some of y'all about to tap your witchy selves. And then some of y'all are going to tap your primordial self. And yes, that's dark and creative and free and wild. But it's also loving and nurturing and caring to those that it chooses to be. Loving, nurturing, and caring too. Okay? Welcome to your new journey. If you are in need of a personal reading, you can go over to the About section, scroll down, and you can find me over there. I got one of my Instagram pages on there, or I have my email address on there. However you choose to locate me, I will respond, okay? Thank you for being here for an hour and 5 minutes with me. I hope that this was helpful. I didn't get a chance to go over the crystals. I may come back and do that another time. I don't think that it was as important. I believe you need to get this first, get on the level with this. And then some of y'all gonna go off and do your own research and find out what crystals work for you anyway. But I may come on at another time and do crystals that are in relation to different goddesses, okay, or different zodiacs, different deities, okay. I may do that kind of thing, okay, if you're interested. But I am done for the night. I conclude this message, okay. Peace.